Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Well, good afternoon, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days, where we give you a full recap of your favorite NBC soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by some very wonderful people.
I am signed into the wrong name. Everyone's like, what is that?
We'll start with the one that's talking now. With the hair that's higher than the highest cloud. Higher than the plane that Steve and Bo are currently on. We have
Mark J Freeman here. Hi. Sorry, I was signed in under my other.
No one cares.
And we
and we also have my chocolate twin,
Chocolat,
the Godiva himself.
Like the movie, Chocolat.
James Lott Jr. We're also polo twins today too.
We are. Secretly, what he doesn't know is that this is the first thing I grabbed out of my closet on my way out because I realized it was 3:35 and I thought to myself, maybe I should get to the studio now.
And you live the closest. It's crazy.
I do. I live. See, that's the problem. When you move the closest studio to my house, then that means I have more time to get here. So
we'll change it.
Thank you guys for tuning in live for this full recap. We also want to remind you guys that we are on social media, Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you like us, follow us. Dishin' Days, our numbers are rising tremendously. We have over 600 people following us on Instagram and over 2,200 people on Facebook. So thank you guys. Let's get those numbers up. We got to up that up. So go ahead and get those numbers up. Also, we have our winner of this signed photo frame from an event, a dual coast event that I hosted in Atlanta. It's signed by Jen Lilly, Eric Martzov, Cassie DePaiva, Christopher Sean, Daniel Cosgrove, Guy Wilson, Galen Gehring, and Patsy Pease. So they all signed it. So we have our winner. We're going to announce it at the end of the show.
Oh, can we also say get well to Willa? She's not well.
Oh yes, Willa. She has pneumonia.
Yeah,
and she wasn't able to go to Pigeon Forward. Our favorite fan who has been watching Days for 50 years.
And she's in the chat room right now.
So is she in there?
So she's getting better. She's getting better. So
shout out to Willa. Yes. Feel better.
Hi, Jacob. I don't know who Jacob is. Or Veronica. Hi.
All right.
Yes, I made it, Laura.
Oh, yeah, that was Mark.
Hi, Sarah.
You hear about that? That's bad.
Who? What happened?
This guy from One Night to Live.
Oh, yeah, he's in a car accident.
Yeah, in a car accident coma.
Ooh.
Not doing too well.
Listen, soap opera can't be real life. One Life to Live.
One Night to Live.
Not Days of Our Lives?
No, he was not Days of Our Lives.
Let's not talk about it.
And now it's time.
Oh, my God.
On that note, it's time to start
Dishin'
Days.
Again, once again, kids.
I was like, did I walk in the wrong studio? Is this the One Life to Live recap?
They brought it up. So
they did.
Yes.
I'm kidding. I'm just messing. Just
It's just Mark J Freeman.
I've had 1.5 cups of coffee.
And some nerds.
And a Diet Coke and 2 boxes of nerds.
We are in trouble, kids. We are in trouble.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Speaking of people who are in trouble.
Yes.
Let's travel over to, but your favorite person of all.
You start off.
William Michael Flynn.
What's his name on the show?
Oh, Billy.
No, his name on the show.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chad.
So this week, Chad wakes up.
Oh, Billy. Chad woke. Oh my God. Okay, dude. I mean, it's like he has so much footage for Emmy Reel. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Yeah, he does.
Like, it's just ridiculous.
No,
ridiculous.
It was really good.
Like,
I agree.
Billy Flynn, when you start teaching an acting class, you let me know because I'll be there. I'll sign people in at the door. I don't give a shit.
I agree. I totally agree. He really is acting his A off.
Bazoozi's off.
Yes, he did a really good job.
That's a technical term, by the way.
Bazoozi.
Okay. He has a nice bazoozi, by the way. I think it has a Twitter handle. Like my hair.
Bazoozi Flynn?
Bazoozi Flynn. I'm sitting, don't know where to take it. That's mine. Don't use it.
So here's the thing that annoyed me.
Wait a minute. With my Billy?
It had nothing to do with Billy, but it had everything to do with Justin. Okay, he just woke up from a coma. And I understand that he's a DiMera, and he's, as Justin says, he's faking this whole amnesia thing. Right. But let's keep in mind, he just woke up from a coma, and he's handcuffed to a bed. He has no idea
what's going on.
Yeah. And Justin is so hell-bent on arresting him. Like, he doesn't even care about his health. No. He's like, can he get better in a jail cell? Perfect. Book him. Yeah. And I'm just like, there was a part where I wanted to be like, okay, Daniel, at some point in time, you need to just say, Justin, slow your roll.
He kept trying to. Couldn't even let him.
Well, I feel like everybody kind of says stuff to him, like,
hey, Justin don't care.
Like, calm it down, or, we don't know yet, and then he just keeps going at it.
And I was getting so annoyed that they're just trying to they're like Salem PD's like, case closed, we got it, he woke up, get him in jail.
Yeah.
All signs. But I love the fact that Rafe has not been 100% convinced that Chad did it.
Exactly.
And Rafe and other people are slowly trickling.
Well, Marlena turned around.
Marlena was fine. Marlena was like, I had to look into his eyes.
Okay, the look on his face when she said that what she didn't think it was.
Did you see his eye, though?
I know, I did.
You know what my first question was? Because I was like, kudos to the makeup department, because whoever made his eye red
if you put red eyeliner on your inside of your eyelid, it literally will look like it's.
Really?
Yeah. If you do it, go home and do it.
No, thank you. But okay.
I'm like, no thanks.
Halloween is now over.
Red eyeliner not on the outside of your eye. You know how you can do it. Sorry, strag comes in handy. Along the outside of the eyelid, or you put it actually on the bottom of the lid there. Yeah, it'll.
Wow.
Really give you that.
Look realistic.
Yeah, he really did. I was like, did someone go film?
Film.
So, but kudos to him, because my God, that he looks so sad.
Claudio says Justin needs to go. I don't know if that's extreme, but
right. It's like we're on his side, but yeah. But I like that Marlena came in because she is a therapist, and she really wanted. She
snuck in.
She sneaking, and she was just like.
And they tried to berate her later. She was like, "Yeah, I want to talk to him." Yeah, she was like, I got him. How'd
that
you
was
get here later?
Aiden. Aiden was the one that was like,
"We told you not to go in." And she's like, "Yeah."
Well, Aiden was like, "What are you doing talking to my client? This has Justin written all over it." And Marlena was like, and then Rafe was like, "Didn't Justin tell you not to come in here?" And Marlena was like, I wanted to.
Okay. I'm Dr. Marlena Evans. Yeah. People, hello.
I think she should use that card more often.
Yeah, me too.
Do you know who I am?
You know who I am?
Like, I mean,
I'm Dr. Marlena Evans.
I was possessed by the devil.
Thank you.
Stand back.
Bye.
What? Yeah, she's like, I don't know if you're aware, but I'm Dr. Marlena Evans. Thank you.
I know she was non-apologetic. She was like,
she wasn't. Yeah. She was like, but it was a great, I don't know what it is about eyes in Salem. Like, everyone has to look into someone's eyes and be like, why does Abigail look into Ben's eyes and see whether he's a killer or not?
I'm glad you segued to that, because I online had people kind of on my side and kind of not. Mm-hmm. When I posted on Twitter, I said, Ben may be crazy, but he's right on the mark with Abigail's feelings for Chad. Mm-hmm. I mean, he may be crazy. No, I'm not saying he should kill people.
No.
But, he's absolutely when he cornered her and asked her about herself, we thought you went straight to him.
Straight to Chad.
Hello, he's right.
Yeah. Oh, he's completely right.
But they've been friends for a long time.
It don't matter. I get. But she's in love with Chad.
Listen.
We know that, but
And Ben knows that.
Ben knows it.
That's why he's going cuckoo for cocoa.
Remember exactly. Yeah. So he's calling her out on. She's trying to play it off.
But I think if he didn't know that, it wouldn't be as big of a deal to him.
But the problem is that he knows that.
Yes, he knows it.
And that's been the big. There was a time when and he started kind of letting his freak flag fly during their whole little argument, because even Abigail was like,
he snatched her.
Oh yeah,
she was like,
grabbed her.
I don't even know who you are sometimes. Yeah. And then when he snatched her, she was just like. and just exit stage left.
Yeah.
Well, first when he said, well, maybe one of your rich relatives will fork over some of that money.
Oh, I
She's
know.
like, wait. She's like, wait a minute.
Like, she
He was
like, well, maybe one of your rich relatives can, like, die off or kill off, and then you'll get the money from that. And she's like, and I felt like in her face she wanted to go, rude. Like, how dare you say that?
Exactly.
But here's my thing, Abigail. Like, why are you putting up such a fuss over $100,000?
Yeah, exactly.
And it goes back to it being because of Chad.
Yeah.
Like when she spends,
He said it.
Yeah. When she spends that money on her baby and her diapers and all that kind of stuff, because having a baby is expensive.
It is. I've raised babies.
Well, and
Didn't
I read that next week she finds out that it's Ben?
Possibly.
think so.
Yeah.
I do believe that's what I read.
Yeah. I read he kidnaps her too or something like that.
Oh, well,
Lord.
I mean, they
Heard
live
some
together. Do you really need to?
I guess so.
Just lock the door.
Turn the red light on.
Okay.
Yes.
Speaking of the light.
Yes.
You saw it. You found it.
No. Listen here, Carolyn. I have no problem finding the light. So, because we've noticed the light, do you guys pay attention to what color the light is to see if we get good Ben or cuckoo Ben?
Isn't not
It
so
flashes
bad?
all the time.
But no, but when he's really upset, it's really that red.
It's
right?
red.
But otherwise, it's kind of like
It's green.
Yeah, that's what
It goes from red to green. So I feel like during that
But
whole
it flashes all the time.
well, yeah, it does. But I feel like though.
Oh, you're saying like the timing of what he
Yeah.
says is good,
Yes.
Ben?
Yeah.
Ben? I don't know that they've thought.
I mean, listen, I don't know. When
there's-
when he was killing Will, it was red the whole time.
Yeah,
that
it
thing
was.
didn't flash to green.
I think you're giving them way too much.
I mean, I'm just
This is why
saying.
they don't like me.
They're saying Cheryl's like she takes her to Smith Island.
That's not. No, sorry, I was going to say
Oh,
something.
Abby is a cheater first. She did it with Cameron and on Chad. Now Ben with Chad. Oh, how funny! I remember Cameron. That's right.
And then and EJ.
And EJ.
But she was single then. EJ was the one
that's
that
right.
was married. But Abigail's a little slut is what we're trying to say.
she likes some sex apparently.
Well,
Gave it up in the garden.
In the garden.
oh my God, that garden.
I mean,
was-
I don't know who wouldn't give it up in the garden for Chad, but
in the garden.
in her defense.
I know. I was like in the garden.
You know what? Side note. Someone actually tweeted me and asked, "What does Billy Flynn have to do in order to get to me?"
Really?
Yep.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Marry Mark.
No. To which I replied, he needs to learn the entire single ladies choreography, and then maybe he has a chance. Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I just say it's just actually, Chad at the end, Chad gets taken into custody, obviously, and I really feel for him because like he really didn't do it.
Yeah.
He didn't do it, and he really doesn't remember because he calls an Aiden.
Yeah.
And he's
Well, he
like,
even says he didn't even call Serena by her name. He's like, so I was drinking with
with
the
his redhead girl.
Redhead,
Yeah. And then they
Which I thought
show
was
him a picture, and he's like, "Who's that?"
Right.
Oh no, he was like, "Oh, that's the girl that I got the drink for."
Yeah.
And then people are like, "You sure are playing up this amnesia, aren't you?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Have you ever thought that maybe he actually does have amnesia?"
Yeah. Well,
And when he said Will, I felt bad for him on that one too.
Oh, because he was just like,
That's
"What
my
happened to
friend."
Will? Well, that's my. None of this makes sense."
Sense.
And I was sitting there like, "None of this does make sense." The whole killings doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. You sure don't.
Like when Ben finally confessed, I was like, "You did this so that you killed people,
Right.
so that it would look like Chad was a murderer and would go to jail so that you can have Abigail." Or how about option A? Let Abigail know that you know that
Right.
that they slept together, and if she doesn't love you, I don't know, maybe go find somebody else in Salem.
Oh, you're hot.
Paul's
easier
available.
said than done.
Paul's available. Just go gay. Right. Just turn gay.
I think they all should go gay.
Of course you do.
A whole gays of our lives.
Gays of our lives. It's a spinoff.
yeah.
That would be a whole different show.
It sure would. And so then we get into this storyline made me laugh so many different times throughout, and it's Aiden Hope's bachelorette party,
Oh my God.
which
don't
was
even
one
get
of
me
my
started.
favorite things
Okay,
this week. I
well,
loved it.
Before that, though, we have to talk because this kind of ties in with the Billy thing. The ridiculousness of kidnap. Okay, That's a sick joke. To kidnap Aiden
I know.
when there's a murderer.
That's what I thought too.
I was like, who does that?
I know.
To do that's one thing, but to do that knowing that there's... I was like, that's just dirty.
And then when he's like freaked out about it, they're all like, "We're sorry, man." Like, like at one point, I wanted Aiden to say, "Am I the only one that realized there's a necktie killer?" And I thought my life was over.
See, I wish
like that's why I'm so freaked out.
Right.
That's why.
Well, also you have like this Stefano and Andre kind of lurking around. It's like, what's going on. It's like scary. It's crazy.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
No, that's fine. That is fun. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
And that bachelor party was funny because he was just getting drunk.
I have to say, everybody. I thought they were playing drunk all pretty well.
They did.
I have to give kudos to most of them.
Do we think they were playing?
Yeah.
They were like, last shot of the day.
Was
I'm just kidding.
Abe there? No,
Abe was there.
Abe was there.
Abe was there.
Well, okay. So is it me or did Aiden's bachelor party seem awkward only because he's not really like friends with them?
No, I
He's
agree.
not friends with any of them.
I agree.
Well, that was the conversations they had before.
Yeah.
Was that he's not really friends with anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, but at the bachelor party,
Yes.
But his son wasn't there.
No, so great. Chase wasn't there.
because he's not old enough to be there.
He can still be there.
No,
it's at the pub.
He's not.
It's not like 21 and over.
He was busy with Sierra.
Yeah, making breakfast.
Who debuted this week?
Yes. Right. But at the bachelor party, suspicions were raised with Aiden because just how he was reacting, how he was drinking a lot. Like
Rafe was on top of him.
Yeah, Rafe was just kind of like, and then even Roman was kind of like, "Are you sure you're okay?"
One of the few times we can understand what he's saying.
Oh,
did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
So
did I say that?
shady.
Did I say that?
How he speaks.
Did I say that?
It wasn't me.
It was me this time. I did say it.
Wasn't me.
So
it wasn't
I did say that, but it was an awkward thing because
I was thinking it.
Yeah,
I just didn't say
I know because they're not really friends. But it's like, and I'm like, they're there for Hope, obviously, because some of them are related to her through marriage or whatever. So that was fine. But he played drunk, he was a hot mess.
Yeah.
He was a hot mess.
Well, didn't we say last week too about why he didn't just ask Chase to be the best man?
Yeah, someone else just mentioned that.
Yeah, that's why I just saw that
room.
too.
Yeah.
Because that's, I just don't understand why.
Yeah, we don't know why either. We don't know why either.
Shouldn't Sierra be her matron of honor?
If not, I wanted it to be Jen, of course, but that's not a story.
So to me, there means that, like I've been saying, since they've been panning to the flyer November 9th, I think we all know now something is about to go down.
Right,
and I think they had to have certain people in place.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's true.
Yeah, but
so
they can still
go down.
beat their... Whatever.
Well, let's go to the bachelorette party. That was actually, that to me was just so much fun. I just thought them old ladies, whenever they get the old ladies together, I laugh so hard. Julie was working it out.
First of all, Hope walking in before.
I don't even. Why did that even happen?
But I
don't get the point of that.
I don't know either.
But to me, what made up for it, and I thought of Tony.
What?
The scene when she came back, she's like, "Oh my God, all the decorations!" And Julie's like, "Okay, tone it down."
Yeah. Okay, so that was
it made up for it in a way. It was kind of like, "Okay, tone it down."
Yeah,
like, okay.
That was another scene because you could tell like it was. She was like, "Oh my gosh, look at all the decorations! Oh my God, you're here! Oh my God, thank you."
Julie that said that?
Yeah,
Julie said that.
Julie came over. She put the thing around her, and it was like, "Tone it down." And she immediately like switched to something else. I thought that was funny.
I thought of you at that point. I was like, that's a good three snaps more. Too.
Yeah,
That's kind of funny.
But it's not the three snaps.
I know that's it, but that was I thought of it now. So that was just like tone it down. But that made up for it because the first thing was kind of you come home early and it was like whatever. But anyway, but when she came back and the folks that were there were supposed to be there, actually made sense to me. Caroline was hilarious too. Oh my God, recognizing the stripper from last time.
Talk about okay.
You just want my money. She's all putting the money in there. To me, it makes me old ladies having fun makes me laugh.
It made me laugh to an extent, and then I was just like, "This is why we have them back on contract." You know what I mean?
But it was fun though.
I agree
it was fun to see them having fun, especially Julie. Julie was like, "I'm about to."
She was. She was working it out. She was. That's right, Tony. Break it down, Tony. Break it down.
She was like, "I'm gonna let y'all know."
She did.
I still got it.
She was off the original.
I was just waiting for Maggie because they did a thing with Julie. They did a thing with Caroline.
Yeah.
I was waiting for there to be a bit with Maggie.
But Maggie didn't.
And they
But
didn't.
I love before the stripper even came out. Hope was like, "As long as there's no strippers," and Abigail and Kayla looked like. Ding dong. Speaking of that,
yeah. But I just think because Julie is actually, and she's like the original Sammy. She's the original one. She was the get down girl. I mean, so it's kind of fun to see her get loose a little bit, have a good time, and just like let loose. And Caroline having a good time with him, and he was having fun with them and everything. I thought it was hilarious. I don't know
where Caroline got all that money from, but she just went.
She sure did.
Hey Todd, how you doing?
She did. I'm from Chicago. I was like, I'm good.
Was it just me, or did he throw Abigail pretty hard? I felt like he kind of like, and I was like, I mean, they did comment, but
I don't know if it was hard.
I don't know if it was hard, but here's what was just kind of like, what was the point of this? Is it a way for him to like exit? So first of all, you come there and you entertain or whatever, and then you go steal. And then you try to break away, and all these women suddenly turned into kung fu fighters. It's like, hey-ya! And then Hope's like, you're under arrest. And I'm like, did you not research the person that? I mean,
well, you don't research dancers.
Okay, first of all, but still, if you're I'm talking about in Salem. Like Salem is so small that you didn't.
They probably got him from Chicago, girl.
Oh well, maybe
they're not in Salem.
I don't know, but I just thought it was weird.
It's a little weird, but I know what they were going for. They were just going.
I'll say this: I've never researched Micah. And they have never stolen
that you know of.
I don't really.
That's true. That's true. Interesting.
It was a good time. I thought. I mean, with all the other stuff going on, it was it was a good time. It was appropriate that Marlena wasn't there.
Yeah.
Because she was still going. We'll talk about her later. She's still grieving. That makes sense. And they mentioned her.
But that was a nice moment too, where she was just like, "We're all grieving, but we just want to have a good time."
I'm glad you brought it up. Julie went from that to. it went to. Went to something really serious. She had made a great speech. So that's why we're here together, and we make the most of the time. And I got a little teary eyed. I thought that was really cool. That she's dang, he's hard. Tough crowd. I like Julie. I've always liked Julie, and I'm always glad when they bring her back on. Susan C. Fortes, I love her. Come on our show, please.
Was Doug at the bachelor party? Yeah,
he was there.
Okay. Sorry, I was drinking wine when I was watching.
But I like on that one. So, but Aiden, Daniel Cosgrove was doing great work. Also, I love him as an actor. Anyway,
FYI, someone wrote in the chat room that his last air date is November 9th.
Yes.
Well, that kind of makes sense. Well, Bo it's all going to come together.
Yeah.
But he's doing great work also as a person who I think now he really does love Hope. Like I see it now. That he loves Hope. He doesn't really want to do this.
But see, this is where I'm still having issues with this whole thing that we've talked about before. That they had this, and I get that they're different writers. So the new writers were like, okay, no, we're gonna make him bad. Like the other writers were like, no, he's good. We like him. So I get that. I'm not saying that. But like, is it not okay? So he was hired. We need to go over this. So he was hired by Stefano this whole time, the whole plot to kill Hope?
No. He was. I think he was hired by the DiMeras to fall in love with Hope.
For what reason?
I don't.
To play chess.
Okay. So let's see. Let's see.
Because wasn't he always about Marlena, right?
Yes,
but now it's Hope.
But he's always had an obsession with Hope too on some level.
But because Princess Gina.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's the thing. Remember, like a few weeks ago, we said the dots are there, and then they'll soon connect them. I think that for some reason, I don't think she has a piece of land like Abigail does.
I like Ireland.
But for some reason, Aiden was hired to fall in love with Hope and marry Hope.
But wasn't it before that he was saying that he wasn't in love with her?
Wait.
I'll be back.
But I also think that they also.
Wait, I can't hear you.
Okay. I also think that they also have a hand in keeping Bo away.
Yes, I think so too.
So that's why the letters were coming, and that one, it was all set in motion to have Aiden fall in love with Hope and marry her. Now, I think where it gets muddled
is that sign language for muddled?
Muddled.
Okay.
Is that we don't know why, but now the reason why is so that he can inherit all this money by killing her and pay off the debt.
So Stefano needs money now?
No. He needs to repay his debt.
Aiden. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, he has a mansion. How does he need more money?
But it was
there's storage up there.
But it was never really fully explained the plan of having Aiden marry Hope.
They haven't explained it yet.
Because I still feel like if things keep like flip flopping. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Okay, he's bad. Okay, he doesn't love Hope. He's doing this to you.
But
okay,
he does
he
love
does love Hope. Okay, he does.
And he
like,
really doesn't want to do it.
I felt it
And
this
then-
week, yes.
and
I
then-
did feel it this week too.
I knew when I was watching it that I was drifting, but so then he came to Andre and Stefano and said, okay, I have a whole new idea.
another
I
idea for
can't
Chad.
kill her,
Yes.
but I'm going to get, in replace of that, I'm going to get Chad off.
Yes,
that was the agreement?
Yeah, that was he was trying to make an agreement. They didn't fall for it. They didn't want it.
Okay.
They didn't go for it.
Okay.
They want him to get the money and all this. They want him to continue with the plan.
But he was paid off, was he
No,
not?
apparently-
See, this is what I'm saying. It's like
that's
everything
the
is
thing.
like...
According to us, he only needed $100,000.
Right.
And according to the DiMeras, they paid that off. But then he still had $100,000 from
right,
Hope, to which
exactly.
he could have said,
Here you go.
bye.
That's my thing.
But they're trying to act like now that the debt was
More
more
than
than that, which
It's like,
it doesn't
that's
make
what I'm
sense.
saying. None of this is like making
It all got
sense.
muddled.
They're agreeing with you.
It all got muddled.
People
But-
are agreeing with
but-
you. They don't. It's
like,
confusing.
Like they're mentioning here, because they mentioned really heavily this week, and we'll get to that storyline soon, that the letters were forged.
Right.
So I think that's another dot that's yet to
The
be
Bow
connected.
letters were forged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, as we go into Stephen Bow, that's the whole thing.
But
Bow says-
okay, so wait a minute. So the letters, we find out that they're forged, but the whole thing with Steve was that this has to be Bo. This is stuff only Bo would know.
Right.
So there is somebody then that knows this stuff.
Right. But he didn't write the
But
letter.
how?
No, it's not.
I see. This is the thing. I'm thinking. They're not thinking that people are thinking and paying attention.
What?
I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Like, I think I just, and it's my fault because I analyzed
muddled.
everything and I'm like, wait a minute, didn't they say this? Didn't they do that?
Okay, so I actually have a rant. So you guys, I have a whole rant first. This is for the folks out there on Twitterland and on Facebook who have messaged me several times during the week about Hope. This is my official statement. Everybody's been waiting for my statement.
All right. We were
Can we
making
get
official
a
statements.
lower third that says
James Lott Jr.'s official statement.
This is my statement
Hope.
of Hope. It's my first because this ties into
Mark
the
a
story.
second. Float around. Mark, work on that for us.
This ties into the storyline we're talking about right now. People are saying that they're like, James, Hope not like the old Hope. Well, there is no old Hope. Hope did her due diligence. She did everything she could to wait for
What do you mean,
Bo.
old Hope?
They're like, well, shouldn't she be worried about Hope? Why should y'all have her getting married to Aiden? Why didn't she? I'm getting all these things thrown at me saying that she's not. I'm like, shouldn't she be worried? I'm like, no, she shouldn't. When your ex doesn't come back to you, when your ex doesn't talk to you, when your ex doesn't respond to you, get divorced, you're done. He's a father of a child.
No,
that's
I
it.
agree that she.
But folks
did
are
the right
yelling at me
thing.
about that, saying that she's happy to be married to Aiden. She wants to get married to Aiden. She's happy
Because in
She's moved
her
on.
mind,
exactly,
she doesn't know that this letter was forged.
Exactly.
That
She doesn't know.
He was. She in her mind, she thinks it's. Oh, he just left me and never contacted me.
And people are saying to her, you should be worried about Bo. You and Bo. It's like people bring up your ex.
I'm
and
not
you're
a
done
Virgo,
and you're
by
done
the
with
way.
your ex.
Will I ask?
I'm trying to have a rant. You guys have rant. It's my time to have a rant. You're ruining my rant. Cheese and crackers. And Hope I said
Cheese
Hope is
and
old.
crackers.
Hope is not
bleep
old.
that. Bleep that out. No cheese and crackers here. None of that talk.
James, this is a family show.
Thank you, Mark. Take off that lower third now.
You guys look at it and cuss.
Actually, the studio does have a statement.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
I'm surprised that hasn't been played more often on the show.
I'll make a note of it.
Mark Donica, I love you more. Thank you.
Ah, shucks. Not cheese and crackers.
But I'm just saying that Hope. You just brought a good point.
Yeah.
Hope does not know any of this. She's not. When your ex is done, you're done with your. When people start bringing up your ex, your first response will be like, "What are you talking about?"
So these people think that because of her
Care
past
a lot,
with him,
yeah.
she should just sit at home and wait.
I guess I don't know.
That's my official statement.
So I'm just telling you, I feel like Hope is acting the way she should be acting in this situation, and that's the end of my pieces of rant.
Thank you.
Well, all right.
Thank you. And I'm not a Virgo.
Okay, you're not a Virgo. Okay.
Willa thinks I'm a Virgo.
I'm a
I don't know
Taurus.
what I
I
said,
don't
but
know anything.
I'm the best sign in the zodiac. Sagittarius.
Notice how we all paused.
I sure did. I was
Because it
like,
is the best sign. There's
ain't
no
ours.
one ever that says, "Oh, you're a Sagittarius." They go, "Oh my God, that's why I love you."
actually, it's kind of true. I
It is true.
know
It
good
is very
Sagittarius.
true.
My assistant's a Sagittarius.
Yeah,
So
I have issues with Virgos. What are you?
Capricorn.
Oh,
I get along with
okay.
Capricorns.
Capricorns are nice people. How did you become one?
Oh my god. You tried it.
Oh, you completely
These
tried
views
it.
are the host only.
Wait, so that leads into Stephen Bow, basically.
Yes.
Now, how can you fly a plane with no radio in a storm?
Well, they did say,
And expect
at
to
least
make it.
they made a comment like, we're gonna get shot down by Homeland Security, which I thought was kind of funny.
That was kind of funny.
But yeah, and I love that Steve had the bag that Bo could get himself all fixed up for Hope and stuff. Okay, and then we have to talk about it because I tweeted about it.
What?
The ridiculousness about Bo saying, I heard it in her voice. Okay, let's just talk about what actually happened.
Yes.
He called.
Yes.
She couldn't hear him. She hung up.
Right.
Correct.
Right. It's like 2 seconds.
He called back. She says, hello.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the way she said
no,
hello.
but the thing is she wasn't.
No,
she doesn't know what's going on.
No.
So
Right.
there can't be fear in her voice
No.
if she doesn't fear something.
No.
Yet he's on a plane saying, I heard it in her voice. She's afraid. She needs me. Well, see, then your little senses are off because she wasn't fearful.
She wasn't
You're
fearful.
here making kooky stuff up in your head.
Are you sure? Because I feel like the whole conversation with Aiden and the whole, and we forgot to mention also that Sean Douglas and Aiden had a little
another little attempt at
and basically Sean Douglas comes in and he's just like, you're no Bo Brady.
Right.
So he was not very happy with this already, which then upsets Hope, which she's go running off, and then he goes chasing after her. Then they finally talk, and then Sean Douglas is kind of okay,
he's okay
with Aiden. But I think internally there is a worry. It's almost kind of like Hope. I feel like,
but there's no. She's never said anything.
No,
that
she hasn't.
Has any. That she's questioning
she hasn't
any
said
part
anything.
Of this.
But you can see it sometimes that deep down inside. I think where because there's the love that she has for Aiden, and then there's her detectiveness, and I think that she is starting to feel something.
I disagree 100%. Because she already went through that. We had that moment where she was like, I don't know. The detective stuff came out.
Yeah.
She was, trying to figure out the stuff about his wife.
But
and all that stuff.
does that go away though?
Yes.
Does that feeling go away?
There has not been one scene since that happened that was Hope questioning his love. She gave him money to pay off a debt. All the stuff, everything she has done has been 100%.
Do you not think that the conversation that they had when he came in drunk and was like, I can't do this, and blah, blah, that didn't kind of conjure up what's going on with you?
But that's not fear. He's saying, I heard fear in her voice.
Yeah, I don't think she was fearful. I have a feeling she was feeling like, maybe we shouldn't get married just yet.
And you're calling her in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Of course she should be scared.
That's kind of weird.
You know what I mean? That's one of those things. Those are the things.
And you didn't point out the fact that how in the world does she hear static, but you hear her?
Yeah, but that happens.
Yeah,
that happens.
Does that really happen? I mean, the static part?
Because I've been on the phone with people where I hear static or I don't hear anything and they hear me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hard not to hear.
Ooh, someone said, MS11 says, Mark, you are wrong.
Okay,
Ooh, dang.
MS11, have at it. Have at it. I don't care.
Well, Laura said she sounded upset, not scared.
Yeah.
But he's not saying she sounded upset. He's like, there's fear. She needs me. There was none of that. Go ahead, MS11. I want to say.
Oh, he says she is loyal.
She is for sure questioning things.
She's just loyal.
No, she's not. When did she ever question anything? Tell me, MS11, when she was questioning something. I'm being serious. There was nothing that she's questioned. Maybe, should I put cream or sugar in my coffee? But I don't think that constitutes fear in her voice.
At one point, did she have cream and sugar and coffee?
There have been numerous times she has been in the pub or at the hospital, that convenient self-serve at the hospital.
That's been forever too.
Which never.
Have you done a hospital scene? Have you been in that hospital set? Because there's always that one. There's that coffee right there.
Always there, and it's free for everybody. Not the hospitals I go to.
Me neither. People just
listen.
$10 a cup, and that's not counting the cream and sugar. Whereas MS11 doesn't have much to say anymore.
Well, anywho, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to rebuild the whole sense thing with
it's ridiculous. And then Caroline's visions, come on.
It makes me laugh, though, actually. Her visions make me laugh. No, see, I'll buy the visions. Only because...
No, so she literally can see what is exactly happening to him right now.
It stays her lives.
It's a strong medicine that Dr. Selena's cooked up.
It stays her lives. This is part of
that medicine is strong. I mean, hello? Hello?
I need a candy.
Carolyn was like,
I need a candy.
Carolyn tapped Kayla and said, see, that medicine worked because she remembered Todd from the strip show up in Chicago.
She sure did, didn't she?
Look at that.
Okay, she did remember Todd from the strip show from Chicago. No, I think this harkens back to the old days where some of the stuff is a little whimsical, a little, it's like it's a little supernatural. That part I can buy that one. Mother-son love. I see the connection.
I feel sorry.
While he's on pause, I'm gonna say they've already we talked about this a few weeks ago that Bo and Caroline had a very interesting
Why can't she
relationship.
just say, I feel like something's wrong. I feel like
because she's not feeling it, she's seeing it because of the strong medicine that Dr. Salinas from Peru.
Carolyn told us Carolyn is possessed by Celeste.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Celeste.
The second that Caroline looks up and goes,
yes,
Bo, darling. Then I will believe that she's been possessed.
Oh, the Tanya Perkins, I think her name was. Or her name was. I loved her.
Celeste?
Yeah.
Tanya Boyd?
Tanya Boyd. Loved her.
So.
But it's old days.
Caroline did start having visions before the meds, too.
Yeah, no, it's just old days. I think it's like they're trying to harken back to a little bit of the old days, and so she's feeling close.
Thank you, Cheryl.
I can buy that. Actually, that part it makes me laugh when she does it. Because she's like, oh my God, she's having all these convulsions and stuff. It's kind of crazy, but I'll give it to her. That's fine. I mean, but of course they're going down. I mean, but the plane's going down.
Tony,
obviously.
you are wrong.
About what?
Cheryl,
those are the best words. Can you
Cheryl,
make
what
that
am
into a
I wrong
hashtag?
about?
I know, she said
about the drugs. She's the one who said that the vision started before he started. She started on the new visions before the meds.
Well, they came in clear once he got pumped in with not one but 2 vials of the medicine.
So now since Stefano is behind all the stuff with Bo and Hope, so he put this secret juice to give Caroline visions?
We don't know. Listen, like we said,
Serum.
There are dots that are dots, and they are soon to be connected.
I am 42 years old, and I have never used the word serum ever in a conversation.
I don't understand why you would have to use the
You're
word
right.
serum.
I know.
That's my point. And how many times in 50 years have Days of Our Lives used the word serum?
Well, when you live in Salem, people use serums. Truth serum.
Right. Yes. Right. Yes.
Hello?
That's true. Actually, they do that.
Moving on to Steve and Bo. So I liked Steve and Bo's relationship because they're very kind of catty towards each other.
I do like
They're
the
like
cattiness.
brothers.
They're
like brothers.
Yeah. But sometimes during the moments when they were trying to escape that safe house, I was like, I don't know what these little pep talk speeches are, but y'all need to hurry up.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there was that, and there was also, and then of course we had the gas coming in. I mean, just all this stuff. I'm like, but it's fun seeing them. Actually, for me, it's fun seeing them together. Actually, I like seeing them together more than I'm waiting for Bo and Hope to get together. I'm like, I like them together. Just kind of like. It is. They did have that kind of brotherly relationship.
Yeah.
They can talk to each other however they want to.
Yeah.
And Bo's always been super passionate kind of guy. So Steve's like, okay, I'm a little more down to earth.
Yeah.
Calm down. We'll get there. You want to fly this plane now? Like he's trying to Bo's like, no, I got here because they're gonna come get us. Which he does have a point there, of course. But it's just to me when we laughed, they go get on the plane. The pilot was knocked out, and they have no radio. And it's an electrical storm.
Well,
I'm like,
knocked out temporarily, but now he's okay.
now he's okay to fly. I'm like.
But my other question was, was there like another plane that y'all couldn't hijack?
I know. It's like, hello.
One that worked?
That's Victor's plane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Victor's.
But leave Victor's plane there. I'm pretty sure someone else has a plane right next to yours.
But they are in United States airspace. They made note of that. So they are in the U.S. So they can get to
because they said they were might get shot down by Homeland Security.
Yeah. So they'll get to Salem at some point, obviously.
Alyssa thinks Bo and Steve are corny.
Well, I think it's kind of fun.
I mean, they have their moments where it's kind of like, but
Willa thinks they're the next super couple.
The next super couple, I love that. Caroline's dress was pretty hideous. Yes, it was.
But I really hope that I'm at this point. I mean, Bo said a few weeks ago he was going home, and he is still not there.
I'm going home.
I'll never forget.
Let's hurry up and get him there.
But I love that Bo at first making fun of him going, like, I wrote this down, it's kind of funny. It's like, this is what you call a rescue. When all of a sudden the gas is coming in and they're trying to get out of the safe house. Like, this is what you call a rescue to Steve.
And wait a minute. Okay. I'm glad I'm totally just remembered this.
Uh-oh.
Steve going back.
We gotta
blow up
find the secret
house.
panel, like because they know that there's going to be a secret panel.
Well, yeah, because that's the ISA safe house.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So they
Yeah,
know
there
that
was
there
some-
are
Sorry,
secret
I take
panels
it
that
back.
that do
Okay,
that.
that's
But how
right.
about Steve going back and blowing it up? Like, I'll be right back. You change. I'll be back. I'm just gonna go blow up the house real quick. Oh, I'm back. Oh, you changed. How am I
Yeah.
blown up?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Electrical's working.
Yeah.
Pete, you okay? Let's hit
See,
it.
and I think that Bo should have stayed looking scraggly.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
come back.
Look at where I've
Yeah.
been. Look at what I've been through.
Yeah, nice little V. They
Yeah.
got from, like, Banana Republic or whatever. It's a
Yeah.
nice little V.
Well, I'm sure some.
Nathaniel Marston.
That's the guy
that's the guy
that you dismissed.
from One Life to
Was the
Live.
who's in life
Oh.
situation.
Days of Our Lives.
Oh my
When
god!
When he gets a part on Days of Our Lives, we'll talk about
Oh
it.
my
Oh my
god!
gosh.
It's so
the man
bad.
is in critical condition. Let's have a
May
little
not
bit of
make it.
compassion for him.
He broke his back and his neck.
Was he on Days of Our Lives?
Oh, my
my
god!
All right, so some tidbits.
Yeah, tidbits.
We
I love
have-
this.
Oh wait, but we didn't talk about Caroline's ridiculous dress.
Well, because Caroline is down at the bottom. Have
okay.
you looked at the outline? Then you would know where we're going to talk about
well,
Caroline.
I've been working all day. I had a possible credit card stolen.
Listen,
Is
they're
it
not,
is
they're
it
not
part of
gonna-
Days of Our Lives?
Boom!
Touche.
Unless they use your credit card to buy the Days of Our Lives 50th
That's
anniversary
what they
book,
were buying.
which is available now at all Barnes and Nobles. Then we don't need to talk about it. So we're going on to a great scene. Kate,
It was a
Nicole, and
great scene.
Teresa.
It was a great scene, actually.
First of all, I thought it was really. Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Okay. Yes.
Kate Nicole.
First
Yeah,
of all,
and Teresa.
no. Before we even get that, these scenes with Nicole and Daniel, like,
Just thrown in.
like it's just kind of like, oh, you guys haven't been there in a while,
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
and bring
I
it back.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of weird.
Try this suit on for you. I got this suit for.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did I miss something? Like the whole
You
thing
did.
about the suits was kind of like weird to
Because
me.
she did, and Teresa had one for Brady. They're trying to set up
Yeah.
for the party. and
For the
everything.
party, and also Teresa tweaked and kind of designed the,
Yeah,
the
but she
vintage.
okay. That was my other thing too. Is they she said Teresa, zhuzhed it up or whatever.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be the same.
But
suit.
she's
I
not.
thought me too. I thought so too.
She's being a designer and being a seamstress are very different things.
Yes.
So is she
Well,
a
she is
seamstress as well?
a designer / seamstress tailor.
okay.
You ever watched
wrist.
Patrick Runway?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying,
So
but
say
yeah,
some
but,
can sew,
but
some can't sew.
Yeah, but I say a lot of designers don't sew; they just
true,
design,
too.
and somebody
That's true, too.
She does.
builds
She
their
sews
designs
now.
for them.
Maybe she's the one that's been making all of Anne's rap dresses.
And
so
I
didn't
think
know.
that she could use that when she's doing when Kate's getting in her face. She's like, I'm not sewing it. I'm designing. Like, you know what I mean? That would give her.
Well, she
a
got in
little
Kate's
more-
face.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she
But
did.
Kate kind of, she liked, I love that these women, because the first two, Kate and Nicole, have such long histories on the show.
Yes.
They've seen and been through it all.
Yes.
And no one can really insult them. Like, they try, but at this point, and Teresa's a little upstart. And I love how Nicole just talked to Teresa plainly first. It was kind of okay, girl. This is what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, because you brought her in here, blah, blah. And then when she talked to Kate kind of liked it a little bit. She was like,
She did. Listen, I loved when Teresa was like, I'm not going to be the Emily.
That's
And
right.
she
Yeah.
did
Right.
the Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
I love that movie, first of all. So I was like,
Yeah.
bravo. I love
Well, I want to say too before I forget how amazing Ari looked.
it. Yeah.
I mean, I
yes.
tweeted about it too.
yeah.
She looked
I
good.
was like, oh my god,
She looks great.
she
Yes.
looked amazing
I agree.
this week.
But
Amazing.
that whole scene, I feel like it was a way to establish that, Teresa,
Yes.
you are a partner,
Yes.
but this is what you need to do. You need to step up. And I think maybe that's what Kate kind of wanted her to do all along.
Yeah.
I do too, yes.
And not when she's like, go get me coffee, like not go right away.
Right.
But
Yeah.
finally when she was like, why don't you get off your sorry ass
Well,
and
and
go
it
get
just
it
doesn't
yourself?
fit Teresa
No.
to be like
To be
cowering
subservient.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
Nicole's all, I've seen your work. I know what you can do. Because you're like, what advice? She's like, I know what you can do. And it's funny when Kate was like, I'm gonna get off my ass and get some coffee.
Oh, I loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah. It was kind of like a right on.
See,
I do it totally.
I feel like they all need to be themselves.
Yes.
And be together, because I love the three of them together.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's fantastic.
Me too. I completely agree.
I just need them to be the three strong women that they are.
And I think we're going to see that from here on now.
I hope
I
so.
think we're going to see
This
that.
was set up.
But I think that Teresa couldn't come into the situation right off the bat. So I kind of like they kind of eased it in. Like they had Kate and Nicole, who are two very. I mean, look at all the stuff that they've done and been involved in Salem.
Yeah.
And Teresa, what has she done? 1,000,001 failed attempts to get Brady back.
That's true.
So like she's kind of new. She's okay. Think of it as Kate and Sammy and Gabby. She's like the Gabby.
Right, she was.
Right.
But now Teresa has now kind of graduated to Sammy.
That's fine. But that's it. It was kind of like it took this little dip of took Teresa out of who she really is. I get that she's trying to be nicer. And not try actually, because I don't even think she's trying to be nicer. I think she's just starting to realize that her old ways aren't working, especially with Brady.
Exactly.
So now she's just, doing things. But I think that's something we had talked about before. Just be, you know what I mean? Just like the nice thing that you did with the suit. You gotta. Those are the things that are going to amount to something, not scheming and doing all this like planning video and stuff.
I feel like Brady is kind of. He's giving me like the hope eyebrow when it comes to Teresa.
He's like, I gotta go. Yeah, he was like, I gotta go.
Because I think he's starting to like see a different side of Teresa. He's starting to feel something for Teresa, and that's why Daniel was like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
That goes into John, Marlena, Eric, and the mention of Sammy, and I think it's funny. I think Sammy's coming back. I think she's coming back.
Well, I should hope so.
I don't think so.
No. First of all,
she is.
you can't send this chick to Switzerland and with this letter from EJ and this whole package thing, and then be like, "Oh, she's not coming back." Yeah. She has to.
I don't think so.
I think I saw a preview.
No, she has to come back.
I think I saw a preview with her.
I don't know.
But the point is, they mentioned that she went to Switzerland, got this package, and then she may be in trouble. And Marlena was pissed. She was mad at John because he had to go.
First of all, when she walked in with that suit, and he walked around the corner with that bag.
Ooh,
she was like, I felt like what she wanted to say was. Didn't I tell you had 30 days to get your together? Yeah. And here you are waltzing in here with a bag. You better walk back in that room with that bag because I am not having it.
I'm Dr. Marlena Evans. Thank you.
Oh, she returns on Friday. Sammy returns on Friday.
Yeah, she's coming back.
She's back Friday.
Do you think that you're talking about Marlena?
So
Evans?
I feel like when John walked around with the bag, she should have stopped and said, "Do you not know who I am? I'm Dr. Marlena Evans. Thank you. Your bag goes there."
She was not happy. She was
so upset. And once again, he's like, "I'm going on a mission." Well, what mission are you going on? Is it something to do with Sammy? Yeah. Is it something to do with?
She's like, "You can't tell me where you're going, can you?"
Oh, John.
I'll call you. Well, she goes, "I'll call you when I get reception." She's on reception.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was about to lose it.
See, here's another thing that confuses me too, because wasn't this when they got back together?
That was an
issue.
Yeah.
Was that he was doing the ISA, and she was like, "I'm only going to go back with you if you don't go back to the ISA."
Now, in his defense, he turned down the mission before.
Yes.
But I don't know if this mission in particular has to do with something.
I'm assuming it has to do with him.
Well, no, what he said was
either him with his father.
What he said is, "I'm doing this mission because I need their help with looking for my past. I gotta do something for them." Okay. That's what he said. So he did kind of, it was what you were saying. He's kind of like, there's nothing in particular. It's that he had to just do a quick mission for him.
Yeah.
Kind of quid pro quo, so when they kind of,
But you hadn't done enough already to like being good with the ISA. I mean, look at Steve. Steve has hopped in and out of Salem to go find Bo.
I know. But then your son comes in, mentioning Sammy. Why didn't you tell me? She was mad. She was mad at everybody. She's like, "How'd you know this?"
Yeah.
Well, she didn't want anybody upset.
She was like, "I saw your heads together during the funeral. I saw you."
That's a mother thing to say too. That's a mother thing to say. That's a mother thing to say too. Like, I saw you two talking over there. They're twins. They were talking. Yeah. But she was mad about everybody. She was like, "You all get on my nerves because you're leaving. You're telling me something about my daughter, and I don't know what's going on." And yeah, she wasn't happy.
Yeah, she was not happy at all. So we'll see what this mission is about. Really quick, Joey and Kayla. First of all, Joey, you little hacker.
I know, it's some hacking storyline now. What's going on there? For fun?
Right. So
I think it's just establishing him as the troublemaker.
It's setting it's setting it
They
up.
have a similar storyline in General Hospital, so I'm like, I wonder how this will go. Because I'm like, okay, hacking storyline.
Well, he's gonna need those skills for somebody at some point in time, and that's why. And I don't know who his little friend was
on the screen, in the library.
But first of all, how are you just gonna be in the middle of Hortontown Square talking about you hacked into the school system and then not have no headphones on or anything?
Nope.
Just got the friend talking like, "Oh, dude, yeah, the lights did go off. Great job." He's like, "Oh man, yeah, I hacked into the system." And then your mom comes around the corner like,
hello.
And she's another one that got upset too.
Well, she
was like, your father's just going off and doing other things. Here you are hacking into stuff. Poor Kayla. Like,
she's not having it either.
And then when Abe came over, my thought was, shouldn't you do something? Because you now know that he hacked,
right?
Which is against the law. You're the mayor.
Well, but all he did was turn the lights off, people.
He hacked into the school system.
Still bad.
He turned off the lights. I'm just gonna say
but
it.
that's still bad. He hacked into
the school system
to turn off lights.
To turn off lights.
But he hacked into the school system.
As a parent, that's not a good idea.
System.
That's not a good idea.
School system.
To turn off lights.
As a parent, it's not a good idea.
You are missing keywords. Hack school system.
And you're not missing. You're missing the other ones.
Okay, you know
lights.
What? You know what? That person who took your credit card and is hacking you.
It wasn't mine. It was a guest.
Whoever it is, I'm pretending like it's yours for the sake of this story. When you're sitting in court trying to defend yourself,
if they took
I'm gonna play
it to
this
turn
tape
off
back.
lights,
I'm gonna play this tape back, and I'm gonna say clearly he doesn't understand keywords. Hack school system.
I just didn't think
Herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
And there you have it.
Thank you, Mark.
Oh, I love it. And then we go on. Speaking of A, because that's storyline. That's all it was. A little short. Again, another setup. I think another setup to do that.
Yeah.
Another setup was Lainey and A or Lonnie.
Lonnie.
And is Abe is the mayor?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
somebody was asking.
Yeah. So that was the whole thing. Where she's like, and he because okay, here's my quick rant. When I have my laptop, when I have my laptop.
Wait, you already had one.
No, I'm getting two. I have my laptop.
The lower third.
My lower third. My laptop, when I close it and open it back up, I have to have a password to sign back in.
Yes.
They didn't. I mean, she did that, and he went over.
Well, not you, but that's something you can set.
Yeah, but I'm like,
you cannot have that.
I'm like, but I know, but I'm like, I mean, it's a police thing. Wouldn't you be afraid if anybody comes looking at you? I mean, I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Listen, let me tell you something. Where I go, my laptop goes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna.
And the fact that, well, first of all,
she did grab it on her way out.
But what made him? Because she slammed it down. What made him go? Well, let me see what she's looking up. Oh, she's looking up stuff about me. And then he's all like,
anything
"Do you have any
ask
questions about anything?"
Yeah.
She's like, "I got some reports to file." Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, everyone's saying. Well, some of them are agreeing with me that it was just lights, but they are saying that they think the next step will be like changing grades or something like that.
I'm a parent. It's not good to have your kids do this. It's a gateway.
Hack. Why isn't anyone realizing?
This is why I don't have
they
kids.
hacked into a system.
I'm like, what'd you do? He what? He turned off lights, and this is why you called me into the school. That would be my conversation.
And then I would be the principal behind the desk going, he hacked into the school system to turn them off.
Oh my gosh! Why are you afraid of the dark? That's what I would say.
It's like, I'm sorry, I'm an actual parent. I know what it feels like.
I'm having one more piece of cake.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I'm not understanding why you like. He wasn't in the library and went. He was in Hortontown Square with computer coding, hacking into the system to turn off the lights.
I want him to turn on and off my lights at home.
And this is why you don't need to have kids, because your kid will be the one that gets body slammed
I'm glad he
at
probably
school
would.
because he wasn't listening.
And then I'll
no
come
kids
in
for you.
and they'll be like, Mr. Freeman, your son has turned off the lights.
Mr. Flynn.
Oh, Freeman Flynn. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
call. And that's what I would say.
You know what?
Turn off the lights. Can we dial it back a second?
I'm done.
Caroline.
Finally.
So now I'm going to Caroline and her Burnett dress.
I literally thought she grabbed a tablecloth and wrapped it around herself. Like, I was like, oh my God, she is going crazy.
Remember, it happened so fast because she was sitting in the corner.
She was sitting there, and then all of a sudden she's like dressed.
Yes.
But I do have to mention.
Okay, do it.
My favorite part was when Carolyn was at the bachelorette party. She was talking to Hope about the visions.
I do.
Hope got real frustrated. It was just
did.
like, and it when Hope did the Caroline, it took me to Barbara, please. Your Mommy Dearest.
Yeah.
Barbara, please.
Barbara, please.
So then Caroline was like,
Because Hope had it.
I'm
She's all,
just
stop it.
I'm
But
just gonna go.
I don't blame Hope.
Wait,
No.
She's like, I'm gonna go, and Julie's like, can you drive? And Caroline was like, I've been driving all my life. Of course I can drive.
What do you mean
like,
can I drive? I've been driving my whole life.
Like it was, it was the funniest line to leave on because it was almost like, you know how someone like pokes you one more time and that's it. That's the shot that pokes the camera back.
Yes.
So the fact that and it was a concern. She's like, well, can you drive? Of course I can drive. I've been driving my whole life.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
It's my favorite.
That was a good one.
Elisa Eubanks just said Peggy McKay wore that dress to the daytime.
Oops. Oops.
Oh my God. So she's
really?
on a worst dress list somewhere.
Hold on. Oh my God. Hold
Google
on.
it.
Let
Google
me see
it.
this.
So Caroline, we actually talked about Caroline mostly already. We just talked about she's having a vision. So it's kind of like
Seven the Visions.
So.
And the also thing that I thought was really funny was when they go back to the Martin house.
Yes.
And Julie actually sits her in the chair,
Oh, yeah.
and then Julie goes to walk out. Her reaction to that I thought was quite funny as well.
I love Julie. I love Susan Forte. She does a great job. I wish they just use her more. She's a great actress, and she's kind of like the matriarch with Maggie of everybody kind of at this point. They should have her on more. I think she's really good.
I feel like she's on a lot.
She has been recently, yeah.
Sarah Miller says new name for Caroline is Celesteline.
Oh, someone wrote down hashtag cheese and crackers. Thank you. I say it all the time when I can't cuss. Cheese and crackers.
Okay, she didn't wear that dress to the Emmys.
Huh?
Which Emmys? I was thinking.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, she did. She did. It's right here.
Let
I
me
see it.
turn
I
the
see
computer
it.
so I can see it.
Oh, I see it.
Oh,
See,
you sure
she
did.
That's
She
it.
did. You guys are right.
That's so funny.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh my God.
She totally wore it.
She totally wore it. Well, she
They
wore
always leave that poor old lady alone. No wonder she's put Calliope's Halloween costume on.
Calliope.
I love
Arnie
Calliope.
Sorkin.
But you know, as we said, Caroline's having visions about Bo. Yeah.
That's it. And then you got even Justin, which I love them together so bad. I love them together.
Justin is such a player.
He is. He's working it out.
Oh, he is a player.
But he really cares about Eve. I mean, they really care about Eve.
Well, of course they do. They kissed.
No, they did. But they care about each other.
I like them together.
I like them together too. I
definitely don't like Adrian and Justin together.
Me neither anymore. I'm sorry, guys. That was the '90s super couple. Not anymore. I think Lucas and Adrian should be together, and Justin and Eve.
Yes.
I like that you guys have all come to my agreement.
We did come to your side. I did.
Hurts, doesn't it, Tony? It hurts.
Anywho, well, that has been your full recap of days, and now let's go into our favorite segment.
Oh my God, I gotta figure out my quote of the week.
You still haven't figured it out?
I've got them about written down.
We'll get it
so
together.
Exciting.
We are now going to start with our first segment, which is the official 3 Snaps Award. Now, this 3 Snaps Award goes to...
I'm so nervous.
Me.
Todd the Stripper. And this is why.
Okay.
Because,
was that his name, Todd?
Yeah,
because, as you guys know, we have talked about TJ Holben coming onto the show.
Right.
Everyone was trying to figure out if he was a character, what he's going to do, blah, blah, blah. He was the stripper.
Oh, that was him. Oh.
So, for me, I thought to myself, you completely tried it because I don't know who his PR team is, but they totally put it out. Oh, he's coming onto the show. He's going to have a stint in October-ish. And you know, and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, wait a minute. He's the stripper. And this whole time we're thinking like, oh, is it a recast as Sonny? Is he going to be EJ? Like, who is this new character going to be? Todd the Stripper. So for that, TJ Holben, for getting all this hoopla about your little stint on Days, you get my official 3 Snaps Award because your PR team was on point.
So it's for the PR team. It's not for him.
It was somebody.
It worked out for him.
It completely did because the whole time I kept thinking like, who's this TJ Holben and when is he coming on? What character is he going to be? And then I looked at the stripper and I said, how dare you? That's why I told you. That's why I came in and I said, I feel like this is like more of a you tried it.
He tried. You tried.
But get your life. If you're gonna be on Days, and you get the people talking, and you definitely got us talking. So you get my official 3 Snaps Award.
Cheryl said he doesn't look as good as he did in the pictures he posted.
He looked pretty okay. He was working it out.
Yeah, he was working out all of them.
Okay.
All right, and now it's time to find out who's related. Look who's related. Who's related?
Okay, so before I get into
Who's
it,
related?
before I get into it, this actually is related. Yes, I almost forgot to say this. Belle sent a present for Hope's wedding, something borrowed, and it was Gran's necklace.
Gran's?
Gran. She calls her Gran.
Okay, I could not understand what she was saying.
Because Jen calls her Graham, and Jen has always called her Gran.
Gran, yeah.
Okay, so she did do that. And this actually relates to this. Okay, kids, so this Look Who's Related is actually rooted in the 50-year history. And it's also something that I forgot about that I remember when I looked into it. Oh, what's?
I'm sorry.
All people are saying. I see the road. I just saw the roads. Okay, Alyssa M. Okay, so I'm like, I can't. You just
I
threw me
missed
off.
it. What did she say?
It's right there. You guys are bad people. Okay, back to my Look Who's Related. I can't pull together. Julie Williams and Hope Williams. Some people were asking me online, what is their relationship? Because we know they're related. But it's kind of weird. Is she her mother, stepmother, sister? Well, it's kind of all the above. Okay. Julie and Hope are half-sisters through their mother, Addie Horton. Mm-hmm. As you see up there, they're half-sisters. But then Julie married her father, Doug. So that kind of makes her stepmother in a weird...
Stepmother and half-sister.
And half-sister
at
the same time. But here's something that's funny. They have a brother. That guy, Steven Snetzer, who was really big on Another World as Cass. He actually starred on Days of Our Lives. I remember when he was on there. Mm-hmm. And he played Steve Olsen. He's Julie's older brother, which makes him Hope's older half-brother. He came on, left. He came back, and he actually has a son named Spencer Olsen somewhere. That's out there, another Horton out there.
Okay.
He was a little shady. He stole from Julie, stole from Doug, and he got involved in some drug stuff and had to, leave.
Okay.
It's been seen since the late 70s, early 80s. So he had to leave. So they actually have a brother. So it's kind of something that ties into the history. And also, Julie is the only person, the character, and Susan Seaforth Hayes, who's been on all 6 decades of the show of the 50-year history.
Yep. She's the only person?
Only person left.
Yeah.
She actually was on the pilot, but herself, Susan wasn't on there. It was, I'm going to make sure I say the name correct, it was Charlotte Daugherty, who actually was the first person to play Julie at 16.
Oh, okay.
But then Julie came on.
The character,
yeah. And she came on a few years later in 68, and Julie has been on every decade since. Even when she left and came back, and she's always come back and has been on ever since.
Well, now that makes sense that the 50th book is kind of from her perspective.
Yes. Yes, it is. And we can think about this
and after looking at the book, it kind of made me wonder, why wouldn't people utilize Julie, Susan
Seaforth Hayes. Yes.
Sorry. Why wouldn't they utilize her more often? She is next to Tom and Alice Horton.
I think that's kind of why she's on there more now. And I think that was one of the things that Ken Corday mentioned in his article too, is that we will be seeing more of her and Doug.
Yeah, because the character of Julie was recast 2 or 3 times in the first couple of years.
Yeah,
and then it was hit. Yeah, then it hit. With her, of course, she left to do Young and the Restless back in the 80s, and but she always came back every decade. It was always a part of important storylines, like the Cruise of Deception. She was part of that, and a bunch of different things. So a shout out to her, and I made her that Those Were the Days. We saw it on our Facebook page. I made her that this week, but I just thought I would tie it into Hope and them. They're actually half sisters, but through marriage, they are stepmother, stepdaughter. So you heard Sean Douglas. He always says granddad. He says Julie. He doesn't say grandma or auntie. He just says Julie.
Right.
He's always been that way. So it's kind of it's a little confusing. So, again, family trees, it's soaps, and that's Look Who's Related this week.
Well, look at that. Alyssa M said, wait.
Okay, I'm not confused.
Okay, I'm not confused by this segment. I knew all this. Some people don't know. We sometimes don't know. We use James Lott Jr. as our historian.
There have been very few that you've done that I was like, oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
I usually don't know.
All the time.
Maybe John will be an Olsen. Maybe John will be...
Yeah, Martin or something, or Olsen or something.
Which could explain the connection that him and Princess Gina had.
But didn't he... I would say, wait, didn't they have something for sure?
It's Salem.
But the brothers, the Stephen Olsen guy, he left the country. He used to live in Paris. He's somewhere over there, somewhere hiding, and we don't know where he is. He hasn't come back.
Okay. Well, now it's time, and let's hope he has it, for Mark's
Quote of the Week! Quote of the Week! I keep saying I'm going to find a thing to play, but I can't think of it.
That's what you get.
Quote of the Week! Quote of the Week! Maybe I'll just record you saying that, and we can play it every week.
I say it live. Quote of the Week! Mark always has to be so extra.
Yes.
I tweeted about that I would be the extra in Chad's cell if he needs an inmate to be.
Cheese and crackers.
Speaking of extra work.
There we go.
Just saying, I'm off on Mondays. Anyway, so let's do my quote of the week.
Yes.
I had it, and I was like, okay. As soon as it was said, I was like, got it. Which I love when it happens. I'm like, okay, I got it. And then I was like, okay, well, it was on Thursday, so I was like, okay, one more day to get through, and then if nothing is said, then I got it. And then something happened on Friday, and I was like, now I'm torn. But, like always, I always have to go back to the first thing that made me laugh out loud. So it is with a little dialogue. It's a little bit, there's a dialogue. I'm going to lead into it. It's when Chad is in the hospital bed, and Hope says, you need to get dressed. And Chad says, how am I supposed to do this with handcuffs on? Justin says, it can be done. And Chad says, you speaking from experience? So, William Michael Flynn, yet again, gets my quote of the week. And I do believe he is now tied with John Aniston for the most quotes of the week now.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't help it if they give him the good lines. That's not my doing. Clearly, I don't work for the show. Clearly.
Well, now let's go into some news and gossip. All right, so we have already seen the Soraz Chase.
Yes.
And now the Soraz Sierra. And now this coming Tuesday.
Well, I mean, we just saw that she didn't really say very much.
I mean, she
took the plate from Sean Douglas.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I got this.
I mean, she was there.
Yeah.
Going back to what I was saying. It was such a nice intro. That was such a mean side eye. But this Tuesday, we're going to see the Soraz Theo, which is being played by Kyler Pettis. So he debuts on November 3rd.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cute.
People were saying that people were getting attitude. They're not really Soraz that much if you think about it, I guess. Because they were like around 10 or 11, and they're being Soraz to what, 15?
Yeah.
16?
Well, he's coming as like a 22-year-old. Like, he's going to be older.
But I feel like this is how old he should be. Like, I feel like they've kept Theo young for so long. I'm like, dude, come on.
Like,
come on.
Time.
Let's get him up there.
No, I think he's supposed to be older.
No, he's been around. Sorry.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
So, yes.
What year was he? Do we know? What year was he born? Figure it out.
He was actually born in the 2000s, I think. Early 2000s.
Okay. Well, we're right on schedule.
It's about right. Well, because the last time we saw him, he was what, 10?
Yeah, 10 or 11.
So, yeah.
All right. And then we have Allison Sweeney.
Yes, she is.
She is in a new movie, Murder, She Baked, a plum pudding mystery, which will be premiering on November 22nd on the Hallmark Channel.
Go, girl.
So make sure you take a look at that. What is so funny?
A plum pudding mystery.
He's had it.
I mean, that's what it is.
My God.
All right, and so of course we want to let you guys know. I feel like I'm spitting everywhere. I want to let you guys know where you can meet your favorite Days of Our Lives stars, and it has been announced that Day of Days will be November 14th here in Los Angeles at Universal City Walk. There are a whole slew of people that are supposed to be there.
Gonna be there.
Oh, your mom's gonna be there.
Mama
She's scheduled. Ariane Zucker, Galen Gehring, Jen Lilly, Kate Mancy. I should go back and say Nicole,
Camille Banus, Sean,
Eduardo,
yeah,
Chad,
Lauren Coslow,
Deidre,
Chad,
Wally Kirk,
Chad,
Suzanne Rogers,
Peggy McKay,
Robert Scott Wilson,
Christian Alfonso.
Yes, my girl.
Kate.
It may finally happen.
Maybe.
And of course some special surprise guests. Now I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
And see if you're on the same page as me. With it being the 50th, do you think it would have been a great idea for them to not only bring the current cast, but even like past cast members like Patricia Darbo and Kevin Spiritus and Lisa Rinna, like you know, like Patrick Mondu, like people who may be in the area or who are, you know, just bring them back and
J.
like
Kenneth Johnson.
Yeah.
if they can find him.
Nadia Borgeland. I mean, all that. All the people. Yeah.
Well, Nadia's coming back. She's going to be there. Isn't she going to be there?
I'll see her name.
Did I just see her name? Oh no, it's down here. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this could have been like a huge thing for them.
A reunion, big reunion thing, because it's the 50th.
Yeah. Or maybe that's what they mean by special surprise guests. Maybe they're going to bring back some people.
Well, Marie was at the book signing when
She
we were
was.
there.
Yes, she was. Maybe she'll be there also.
And I don't think that was announced.
No.
That wasn't announced.
So.
Oh. You guys saw my tweet about this. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you saw this. But do you know that last week, Matt Cedino, who plays Brandon, was literally 2 studios away from us?
We didn't even
I
know
love
it.
Brandon.
I did tweet him, and I said, "Oh my God, I just found out that he was in the studio at the same time. Days fans would love to hear from him." And he was like, "Hopefully next time we can make it happen." And I was like, "Let's set that up."
He's on a show called Z Nation. That's the point. So he's working still. So he's doing some work.
Yeah. But we wanted him to come in and talk about him being Brandon Walker.
Oh,
I like Brandon.
So
I was really upset.
He was a good guy. He was a good guy.
And I liked him with Sammy.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, so did I.
I really did.
But it seems with Nicole being brothers, he was such a good character, good actor.
Now, speaking of fans, oh wait.
Yep.
You know what I did?
What?
I feel like nope.
Did you delete it?
Did I? Nope, it's right there.
Okay.
All right, so as you guys know, Days of Our Lives is celebrating their 50th anniversary, and they have been on a book tour for the past couple weeks. And many of you have attended the events in other cities and have sent in your photos. So I want to give a special thanks because we're going to show those photos just so you guys can get an idea of what it's like at the book signings. But I want to send a special thanks to Keith Hawley, Jennifer Harvey, Gail Milburn, Jody Light, and Sabina Flynn, not to be confused with no relation to Billy Flynn.
Better not be trying to move in.
But let's take a look at the photos that you guys sent in from the book signings in other cities.
Yeah.
All right. And so the Days Book Tour has one more stop. They are heading to Bethesda, Maryland.
Bethesda.
Yes. Okay.
Bethesda.
Maryland at the Barnes & Noble at 6 p.m. This Tuesday, November 3rd. And scheduled to appear is Nadia Bjorlin, Brian DiTillo, Bill Hayes and Susan C. Forth Hayes, and also Deidre Hall. Also, we have to give a big shout out to Deidre Hall because it was her birthday on Halloween.
That's right. That's
was
right.
it?
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah,
Halloween
so
birthday.
happy birthday to the diva of daytime.
No, say Diva of Salem is Lauren. She's the queen of Salem.
Oh, that's true. She's the queen.
Remember, we had this conversation.
Yeah, Deidre's the queen.
Well, the queen of daytime, Miss Deidre Hall.
There you go.
That's right.
Happy birthday. And also, we want to announce that we here at Edition Days, it just so happens that next Sunday is the official 50th anniversary of Days of Our Lives, November 8th, 1965.
It was crazy coincidence, actually.
November 8th, 1965 was the day that Days of Our Lives first premiered, and we want to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at just how they put this wonderful show together. So we have some special guests coming in from behind the scenes to give you guys insight. That show is going to be next Sunday, November 8th at 3 p.m. right before Edition Days. And we're also going to have a special guest for Edition Days, so make sure you...
we will?
We will.
Do I know that?
No.
You see how they keep me out of the loop?
No, he was in the loop. He was in the loop. He just didn't see
probably
it.
if you check your group
my
chats.
865 messages that you two have exchanged
Then you would know.
while I was at work.
I mean, I'm just
Leave it
saying.
away.
So make sure you guys.
I want to look at my phone.
Make sure you guys tune in
Hold on.
next Sunday.
But also, I just want to tell people out there that it's going to be a great opportunity for you guys to really see behind the scenes. And it's just the anniversary. We love doing this show. We're doing it for about 10 months now. And I'm going to pull some special historian stuff out that day, and we're just going to tell you guys one of our favorite either scenes or characters from the whole time period, so you can kind of get an idea of what we feel about Days of Our Lives. We love this show. We do.
And we'll also have a chance for you guys to call in and let us know who your favorite characters are, who your favorite storylines are, and also pay attention to our Instagram and Facebook because we're going to be posting a lot this week on stuff.
We talk.
While Mark catches up.
I haven't seen it.
So also we have
I'll take a second.
James, do you have the name of our winner?
Yes, I do. And
all right, so we are going to announce the winner of our lovely photo frame signed by some lovely folks over at Days of Our Lives.
Yes. Thank you everybody for actually participating in this giveaway. We love that you guys are doing that and also looking at our page at the same time. And the winner is from Instagram, correct? And it's Far2J Fan.
Yay!
So Far2J Fan, you are the winner. And what does your handle mean? Tweet me at Black Hope LA and tell me what it means.
Far2J
Fan.
Far2J.
I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm like trying to say it fast.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Maybe it's Far2J.
Let me know. I wonder what's going on.
Can I give a little shout out?
Of course you can. To Billy Flynn.
Billy, how you doing, buddy? No, I want to give a shout out to one of my friends in Lexington, Kentucky. I was texting the other day, and he said, "Oh, a girl I work with watches your show," and I thought that was so cute.
Oh wow!
So I want to give a shout out to Ferris, who works with my friend Steven in Lexington, Kentucky, and just say hello and thank you for watching. And we love to hear about you guys.
And while we're giving shout outs, let's give a shout out to the 116 people who are watching us live.
Without a guest.
Without a guest.
So
starting to make us feel
you
kind of
like
special.
us. You really like us. Well, I mean, we love doing this show. So we hope that you guys love it too.
Yes,
and let's keep this going. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure that we bring the show to you. So if you guys are liking the show, make sure you tweet at Days of Our Lives and let them know that you are enjoying the show.
You know what I've been doing too is like if I go to articles that are posted and stuff, and then they have comments in the bottom. I've been adding a comment like
Turn into
Dish Days. So if you guys do that, like even when we went to the book signing, you know, I walked around a lot with those postcards passing.
So he tried. No, completely tried.
Tell me, he tried it.
So there is Mark's version, and then there's the truth.
Right.
I'm just shy.
Cheese and crackers.
Well, shout out to all
I love that one girl though. That when you guys came over and told her, she turned to look at me and she went, "You were standing here the whole time, and you never told me." I was like, "Well, I didn't want to be. I don't know. It's weird for me to do that kind of stuff. I don't know. I always have a hard time doing that."
And while we're giving shout outs, let's shout out to all the new fans that we met at the LA book signing.
Yes, you did.
We had a great time hanging out with you guys.
And everybody, like,
everyone in the
so
chat.
many regulars.
Yeah.
Willa and Melissa. And
Haywood.
Alyssa and Roberta, Jacob, just
Carolyn, Cheryl. I said Haywood, Laura. You guys are all just wonderful.
I feel like we need to do like romper room.
Yes,
romper bumper, stomper boo. Tell me do.
do.
Magic mirror, tell me today. Did all my friends have fun at play?
Yes, I love Mary
I
Ann.
see.
I see Brian. Brian's in there.
Falcon,
Shannon.
Haywood.
Yes, Alicia.
Ethel.
Ethel. Tracy. Of
Amanda.
Course. You guys are the best fans out there.
We do love
you guys.
And sorry we don't always get to read everything and comment on everything, but
we're trying to.
And and many of you guys, I talk to you guys on Twitter all the time, and you guys are just so wonderful. These people. And I try to do periscopes, and you guys always come on, so it's great.
Yeah.
Oh, and also this one last thing: if you've won a prize from Dish and Days, when you get it, post the photo on our Facebook page so that we can start displaying them here. Let's go into some predictions. So
Your AfterBuzz TV.
one of the things that
predictions.
quiet storm. Really quick, one of the things that we talked about was that Abigail finds out that Ben is the killer. So I'm wondering how that's going to work out.
Well, the prediction I kind of saw was that she's getting kidnapped by him or something. That's what I'm going to predict.
Well, and I still think Beau's going bye-bye.
See, how do you think
okay, let me ask you this. Do you guys think the wedding between Aiden and Hope is going to happen?
No.
Do you think that Aiden is going to kill Hope?
No.
Well,
No, of course not. Like, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
Attempt to.
Okay.
And Beau's going to come in and try to
see.
save
That's
her.
what I feel like they're setting up is for that moment when Beau pulled her from the wedding to
Larry Wells?
Yes. So I feel like that's kind of what they're.
Okay. I have a feeling it's gonna be a motorcycle involved, and they're gonna harken back to the old days. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it.
Sarah Miller, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Sarah, is it your birthday?
Yeah. She said it was her birthday week, and she said she needs a book.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's.
I don't know where you're gonna get that book.
Yeah, we don't have any books. We don't have any books to give you.
Oh, they're on sale now, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are on sale.
And on Amazon too. They released on 27th.
But I'm returning mine.
Oh, because of the
Only
one
one
picture
of Billy Flynn.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Edition Days. Before we let out, Mark, why don't you let the people know where you'll be returning your one photo of Billy Flynn book back to, and where they can find you on
Barnes
Instagram.
and Noble with the Grove. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE, and then on Facebook / the Mark J Freeman.
And you can find me on Twitter at Black Hope LA. That's BLAKHOPLA. And then, of course, my Facebook page, James Lott Jr.
And, of course, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. And don't forget, next Sunday at 3 p.m., we're going to take you behind the scenes of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives, right before we give you the full recap of Days of Our Lives right here for Edition Days, followed by the GH Report.
That's right.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys tune in to our Soap Sunday block, and we'll see you next. Yes.
And I hope that guy from One Life to Live is okay.
Oh, very nice of you. There you go.
Because somebody probably read him in the chat room.
No, I was just being nice.
Oh.
Because we're done with Days.
Oh my
So now I
God,
can
you're
say it.
too much.
We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.